everyone, I'm Jana Stafford with BIC Magazine. Joining us today is Tony Wood, Site Manager for LyondellBasell's Louisiana Integrated Polyethylene Joint Venture with Sasol. Tony, thank you so much for giving us your time today. You're certainly a busy man, and I'm glad you were able to make this interview work.
Absolutely, Janet.
Last December, LyondellBasell and Sasol officially began a 50-50 deal in which Lyondell purchased half the 1.5 million ton ethane cracker, the 0.9 million ton low density and linear low density polyethylene plants, as well as associated infrastructure, all at $2 billion. So, Tony, we'd like to hear how things are going now that you're a good 9 to 10 months into it. So first off, I was just going to ask you, can you elaborate a little bit for our viewers as to why LyondellBasell was interested in this JV with Sasol in the first place?
Yeah, absolutely. So the formation of JV was part of our approach to growing our core businesses, along with taking advantage of the improving economic conditions. There are also 3 new assets that are strategically placed on the Gulf Coast, so we can take advantage of the low-cost feedstock and the storage infrastructure to support it. And we also believe that being one of the best operators in industry, we're going to create long-term value for both shareholders of the companies.
Okay, that makes sense. Could you also explain how the 50-50 split works between the two companies?
Sure, it's pretty simple. So under the terms of the transaction agreements, LyondellBasell will operate the assets on behalf of the parties and will also market the polyethylene products on behalf of the shareholders of the JV.
Okay, that sounds like a good deal for both parties for sure. What employees staffing transitions have taken place or will in the future? I mean, more specifically, are there current engineering construction needs and what have the challenges been so far?
Yeah, I would say, well, let me go back. In early December, we transitioned 400 of the Sasol Lake Charles employees that were directly involved with the JV assets. Those employees are now LyondellBasell employees. And I would say the most significant challenge to date has been the integration of those employees and the systems from Sasol into LyondellBasell. We also have to fill the remaining open positions that we have. I think the last count I had, we still had about 58 open positions to fill. But we're focused on building a winning team here and driving continuous improvement. But realistically, I know this site integration is probably going to take another 1 to 2 years to complete fully.
That's a lot happening.
A lot happening.
Yeah. Tony, how did COVID inevitably affect the startup of the new JV? And where is the plant now as far as employees returning back to work?
Well, COVID didn't really affect the startup of the JV much, but we are continuously monitoring the local positivity rate along with our internal site metrics to make sure we keep a safe working environment for the safety of our employees and their families. In our current pandemic plan, we have all of our location critical employees here on site each day, and 50% of our non-location critical employees are working remotely every other week.
Okay. Yeah, everyone's trying to figure out what makes the most sense for them right now, aren't we? What if any sustainable projects are being initiated through this JV or with LyondellBasell in general?
As far as sustainable projects, LyondellBasell is currently implementing a multi-pronged approach to advancing our circular economy. We're currently active in mechanical recycling, molecular recycling, and renewable-based feedstocks. In 2020, we made a goal to produce and market 2 million metric tons, of recycle and renewable-based polymers by the year 2030. So that's probably the most active project we have going on in our company right now.
Okay, a lot of good effort, sure, in that arena. Can you talk about LyondellBasell's relationship with the Lake Charles community?
Sure. Matter of fact, we just had an event last week. So each year the company holds Global Care Day, where our operating facilities and office personnel perform various charitable work throughout the world. Global Care Day is LyondellBasell's worldwide day for advancing good in the communities where we operate. Just this past week, we had our 22nd annual Global Care Day. And the project that we had in Lake Charles was to plant trees on a popular bike trail and also to replenish the trees in a local park that were damaged by Hurricane Laura. And this whole project was possible by the volunteers that we had at our site, along with the city of Lake Charles working with us to tell us where we really needed to plant these trees.
Lastly, just on a lighter note, I understand from a recent article in BIC Magazine that you're a homegrown talent with LyondellBasell. Could you talk a little bit, Tony, about how you got your start with the company?
Sure. So I spent 22 years of my career at the Lake Charles polypropylene site, which is across I-10 from the JV site. And I started there right out of high school, just a few days out of high school as a part-time security guard. I was going to McNeese State University for my chemical engineering degree. And while I was going to school, I worked several positions in the plant. I worked as a process operator, a shift supervisor, unit supervisor. And then when I graduated, I worked as a production engineer and then later a mechanical maintenance and reliability manager. And then about 8 years ago, I transferred to Texas, where I was held site manager positions in various Texas locations and increasing responsibility.
It's a long time with LyondellBasell. Tony, let's wrap this interview up, and we'd love to have you join us again anytime for sure. So,
Absolutely.
good, good. As always, we are most grateful for our audience. Please like and share this recording with colleagues. And for more industry news, videos, webinars, and podcasts, visit bicmagazine.com. And remember, it's what we do together that counts.